Hello, friends. This is Akul Mac Live, and I am Chandrakant. Today, we are actually discussing something which is very tragic. It happened in UK. Very popular member of Parliament, Sir David Amess, actually was assassinated. And to analyze this particular, very tragic news, I will be joined by my friend from UK, Mike Bradley, and we will discuss what are the repercussions, why it happened and things like that. So let's talk to Mike, and he's waiting on the other. Mike, welcome to the show. Like to offer my condolences to everyone in UK. It's a very tragic news. What is your opinion on this, how it happened?
Yeah, good evening to you, Chandra. It's good to talk to you. Well, obviously, what happened last week on Friday was a tragedy, and also very shocking. Um, Hits at the heart of, I guess, what we in the UK would call open democracy, the ability of people to go and meet with their representatives in Parliament is a very valued and um, well known part of our political landscape, and very sad and tragic that in doing this, Sir David Amess MP, who's been in Parliament since I think 1983, lost his life very rapidly, and without any forewarning whatsoever. My understanding was at 12:02, he was there chatting with the people who were in the surgery with him, his assistants. Within 3 minutes, it was all over. I don't know at what time he passed, but all we know is it is a tragedy. And as you say, it's something which I think the whole nation has felt acutely. And obviously the condolences go to his family, his friends, his colleagues, those people who were there at the time who unfortunately witnessed what happened. Very tragic situation.
So Mike, I've read the news. I have also seen on the TV. This is a very widely covered news item across the world. Um, and
Mm-hmm.
the person who was behind it has been arrested, it seems, and it happened in the church. So, want to ask you, it's really there is no security in church for member of parliament in UK, or how does this man reach there in the first place?
Yeah, I mean, I would not speculate on the circumstances, to be honest. What typically happens is that any member of the public can go and meet their MP in an environment where they can, in confidence, discuss any matter they like. And this is a bedrock of our democracy. And so that was, I believe, the environment, and this person had access that way. So yeah, it was very tragic, but I think there have been some positives come out of this already, and I think it's good for us to look at the upside of this because he was a man who dedicated his life to the service of the country, his family, his faith, and citizens, be they supporters, voters for him, or others in his constituency that he was representing. So I think it was, one of the first things I think is that there's been a recognition across all parties that the role of the MP is important, and it doesn't matter what party you belong to. The public service that they provide is appreciated. there's a degree of vulnerability as a result of them being so available to the general public in the pursuit of their role. So I think these things are very positive. The media has been less confrontational over politics than we've seen for a long time. I think that's a very positive thing because for many years now, the media has portrayed politics as being confrontation. But of course, it's not about confrontation. It's about furthering the objectives for the local community, for the national community, for all citizens. And I think this is a positive thing that can come out of it. And the fact that we have people who are prepared to put themselves forward to do these important roles without which the country would not function is something that we need to appreciate and treat them with the respect that they deserve, rather than continually looking for the negatives. And I think that's been very positive. One of the other very positive things to come out of it, I believe, is that for many years he was trying to get Southend to become a city. That was one of his major goals, representing Southend West, and that has now been agreed. So, this is another positive to come out of this. He was a valued person by everybody in the community, respected for his faith and for his integrity, his support for those that he represented. And also, I think it demonstrates that, with endeavor, endearment, and endurance, that people can deliver in a way that's in the interest of all citizens, irrespective of their ideology, be it political, be it religious. And I think that's something that we can all take away from the business side as well, is that actually, we are there to support and service the goals and needs of the customers. And we have to do that in a way that is sensitive to the needs of the customer, to the needs of the employees and the team, and also obviously the needs of the shareholders.
This is something very tragic, Mike. And he was such a senior person, a gentleman, as you described him very nicely. However, what is the mood like in UK? I'm sure people must be very angry, and most of the population there would want some action from the authorities. So, what type of mood of the people is after this tragic? Do you have any idea on that?
No, I not really. But I do sense that there is a general sadness. I do sense that there is, an increase in the appreciation that we have for people in those roles. And again, I think this is something that we need to learn from in the business world, which is, we have to appreciate that running a business, running a division, fulfilling your role in your particular role, delivering to your goals, your objectives. These things aren't easy, and it's the role of each of us to support each other to achieve those objectives, and to respect and support each other in the pursuit of the objectives we have, be they political, be they business, to do it in a way that is honourable, is with integrity, with decency. I don't think anger helps. I actually think what we have to do is we have to channel the emotion into something positive. And if we do that, then then we will all achieve something. I think anger in and of itself is disruptive and divisive. However, working in a positive way together, supporting each other, is the way that everybody achieves more. Together, everyone achieves more, and that you do in a positive lens rather than a negative one.
Absolutely, Mike. In fact, you are making a very, very important point that there may be anger, but anger is a negative trait. And at this time, I think we need to keep our composures while authorities are doing investigation. Investigation is still not over. Um, Hopefully, something will come out of it, and the perpetrators will be, taken for task. So we hope for that. But I think the life must go on, and we must remember the great soul for his good deeds and his contribution to society, and look forward to the message as you're giving to the business communities that they should always look towards the positive side. So, Mike, what else is happening regard to you know people must be coming out of this negative trait, and I think the government must be taking right measures not to start any spiraling of the negative news, and people start reacting in a different way. So are there measures in place by the government there?
Well, I think one of the challenges with all the negativity post COVID, and depending on how you view the departure from the EU, situations like this, there's a degree of chaos around the world at the moment, and I think we have to be all conscious of the fact that we got to try and steady the ship, to look for the opportunities to maximize, to minimize the threats, and work collectively towards a new and hopefully better future. That might mean changes. Almost inevitably, it means change. That's the one thing that's guaranteed. But we got to ensure that those changes are for the common and collective good as much as possible. Take the society and businesses forward in a positive way. There's obviously been changes over fuel, there's changes over gas prices. There's all sorts of things that are, lurking on the horizon that could cause problems. And the key is for us to actually face those head on, not to bury our head in the sand, but to actually confront them, optimize our way around them, find a way that has a minimal negative impact and a maximum positive impact on the majority of the businesses and the people and the organizations that we have around us.
Absolutely, Mike. So I think today we don't have more to discuss on this, because this is a very tragic week, very tragic news, and may God help the relatives of the departed soul cope up with this loss, and
Absolutely.
people who were basically following Sir Amos also console with reconcile and console. So, Mike, we will stop here, and we will catch up in the next episode of our discussion with something positive. Until then, I'd like to say
Look forward to it. Look forward to it, Chandra. Take care. Have a good week.